I just happened to meet one of my old friend a week back. While we were discussing about some project, his wife stepped in and asked us about our project plans. And my so-called dear friend started making fun of her, her looks, her dressing sense, her knowledge, what not. Started shouting on her for disturbing us and started putting her down. And she very calmly smiled and left the place. I could strongly feel at the moment that she is a victim of emotional abuse. Emotional abuse? What is emotional abuse? Well, emotional abuse is a painful and serious pattern of abuse in which the primary effort is to control someone by playing with their emotions. Emotional abuse is disrespecting the other person, their feelings. The only difference is the emotional abuser doesn't use physical hitting, kicking, pinching, or other physical forms of harm. Rather, the perpetrator of emotional abuse uses emotion as his or her weapon of choice. Commonly, the perpetrator of emotional abuse doesn't know that he is being abusive. He may think that he knows what's best for his partner or what looks correct to the outside world. So he is constantly trying to control every move of her, criticizing her harshly when she doesn't do his way or threatening her when she seems to go outside the lines. He may verbally attack her when she argues with him because her arguing is convincing evidence to him that she is no longer in control. He may criticize her talking, her walking, her dressing, her interactions with others, her style of living and coping in order to gain and keep control over her. Also, the victim believes that since their partner is a great person, it must be their fault when they get abused. It's so addictive. You are abused, but when you are rewarded with love bombs when you do something right for the abuser. Emotional abuse gives us the wounds that never appear on the body, but it hurts more than anything else that bleeds. This can really take a toll on your mental health, as you can experience frequent bouts of stress and sadness when you are being abused, but then elevated highs when you are rewarded with good behavior. The victim doesn't really know what's going on because manipulative tactics and intermittent love put the victim in a cycle of self-blame and desperation to win back their partner's affection. Just don't settle for emotional abuse thinking it's okay. So the first thing you need to do is to stop trying to reason with the abuser. Simply stop the habit of trying to explain yourself and your actions. The next step is to disengage from the abuse as much as possible. Make yourself boring to the abuser. Don't play into the abuse, and if you need to walk away and leave the situation, do that. If you don't react to the manipulation and don't react to being played, they get less satisfaction from mistreating you. If they spot the change and try to up the abuse, circle back to the first time and remember not to argue or lose your temper. While you are implementing these changes in your patterns, most important thing is to remember to start taking care of yourself. Start thinking about it. Love yourself. You should also start learning to set personal boundaries. If the behavior of abuse still continues even after setting boundaries and refusing to engage, it's time to plan your exit from the relationship in which you are not valued and respected. I understand being alone may scare you, but believe me, being in a bad relationship will definitely wound you. So it's better to break your heart by leaving rather than getting it break every day by someone. Thank you.